We are good to go, Kenzie. Okay, oh my gosh, you guys, I have like chills and I'm so excited to open us up for our Rise 90-day action plan vision call. You guys, we're so excited for tonight. We just got off a call. We were recapping what we were going to share with you, and I'm just so in awe of these leaders and so excited about what we have planned for you. If you're on the call tonight, like, get ready. It is going to be an awesome 90 days. So just to kind of kick us off, we're going to share our stories as leaders. There's a lot of people that are new joining us and a lot of people from other teams, which is so cool about this collaboration. We're all joining together as one, but we definitely want you guys to know and be able to identify who we are and how we can help you. That's why we're working together, and we're going to talk about celebration, share some of our recaps, and what went on at the event, what's going to be happening within the next 90 days, what that looks like with goal setting and opting into this rise and run. Like I said, we have incredible teams, you guys. And after this event, all of us leaders got together and we're like, let's do this. Let's link arms and really blow this thing up and take advantage of this incredible business opportunity with Isagenix and just continue to grow ourselves and grow our businesses. And we're gonna, like I said, just take this and run. So I'll just start us off really quickly, sharing a little bit about myself for those of you that don't know me. I'm Erica Elo, and I'm a 2-star crystal manager with Isagenix. I'm a start leader. I'm 30 years old, and I live in Scottsdale, Arizona. I love it down there. You guys, I've been using Isagenix for 11 years. I've been building my business for about 4.5. And, I'm really passionate about health and wellness. I always have been. Growing up, I was an athlete. I was always pretty mindful about how I feel in my body and what I put into it. And I've been pretty active, but prior to Isagenix, I was in corporate sales. I was doing advertising sales for Yelp. And I also dabbled and worked in the fitness industry right out of school. So I kind of spun a couple different plates and really realized that the corporate life was just not the life for me. Every time that I was putting on that headset and making 65 dials a day, I felt like I was handcuffed to my desk, and I got to work and was able to replace my corporate income. I walked away, and I really have been living a fit-free life ever since. That is the name of our movement and that team. And, Isagenix just has allowed me to pursue my passions when it comes to so many other things like yoga and traveling and really just owning my life and being able to design my days. So I am so grateful for Isagenix, and I am so grateful for, this opportunity to really share with you guys how powerful this vehicle is and how we really can accomplish so much more together. But I will be around. You'll be seeing a lot of us throughout the next, 90 days and all these calls that we have planned for you guys. It's going to be awesome, but really excited to kick you guys off. And I'm going to turn it over to Kenzie, and she's going to pop on and share a little bit about her.
Well, thank you for kicking us off, gorgeous girl. Gosh, you guys, I have never been so excited. I have been with Isagenix for 3.5 years. Coming out of Celebration, a lot of us leaders were talking about, it wasn't like this hyped up event. You really can't ever rely on, feeling hyped to build your business or constantly needing motivation. That needs to come from you being so anchored to your why and your alignment with Isagenix. But just where the company is going, like, I only joined Isagenix 3.5 years ago, but 3.5 years ago, we didn't have the AMP line. We didn't have the plant-based products. We had one vegan shake. You had to take someone's social security number over the phone when you enrolled them, right? It's so different. So just looking, I have goosebumps, 82 people on this call, and I know more will be joining us as you go out and you're bold and you're sharing this opportunity to people. Everything that Isagenix is moving towards, we really are aligned with the best company, the best compensation plan, and we've gathered the best leaders to guide you through a really action-driven 90 days. I believe in every single one of you to put pen to paper with your goals, which Lindsay's going to lead us through, and execute. We've laid out such a great system that's going to be really plug and play, that really this is going to be focusing on building your skill sets, showing up every single moment of this business, of this 90 days, and moving forward. And that's really how I built my business, you guys. I was 23 years old. I was working 2 jobs. I was dating my now husband, who's a pilot in the Navy, was living in downtown San Diego. I'm from Michigan. was introduced to Isagenix through a woman that found me off of Yelp for a spray tan, right? This is why you share with everybody, get out of your house, go do the things that you love, and connect with people. So someone connected with me, and I was that crazy person that was really, kind of lukewarm on the products because I didn't know anything about nutrition, right? I was eating like chili cheese fries and sushi every night. So, for me, it was the adjustment for the products, which I ended up releasing 18 pounds. But I joined for this business opportunity. I was a small business owner running my spray tanning business. And when I saw a leveraged income opportunity with no overhead but my food, and the fact that I could band together with people that had gone before me, that built their business and their success off helping me become successful, I couldn't figure out a better thing to throw myself into. So I had never done network marketing before. I didn't have a social media. I think I maybe had like 800 followers on Instagram. And I just started with where I was at, with what I had, and I went fast and furious with my business. Someone told me one time when I got started in network marketing that they said, use the visual of putting your foot on the gas pedal. As long as your foot is on the gas pedal, you're going forward, right? No matter how slow you're going, does not matter. Forward is forward. So just want to give you guys that visual right now is like, as we kick off these 90 days, your foot is on the gas pedal right now. I do not want you to take that foot off the gas pedal. And you have all of us to call upon when you have those wall kicking moments and those frustrations. You're never going to be alone in any moment of building this business, but really urge you to just reach out for what you need. So I ended up earning my first $100,000 in Isagenix in 13 months and went on to earn my second $100,000 in the next 6 months. We have so many success stories, and my story was really, I needed this income. I never treated Isagenix like it was an option. And so that's not typical for people to move that fast, but I share that because that's what's possible. This business is a roller coaster. You have high months and low months. You have high weeks, low weeks. I have plenty of those. But really just want to encourage you guys with what is possible with this if you really work it with everything you had. And I'm telling you, I work this business harder than anything else. I work more hours in my Isagenix business than I did working 3 jobs, but I love what I do. So just want to be clear on, what this takes and expectations is you can build this as fast as you want, as slow as you want. We're here to serve you with what you need, but really give you guys the tools. My current rank is 5-star Golden Circle, 6-star Crystal Executive. My passion is helping people reach executive, whether that's Crystal or not, because that's where the compensation plan really gets exciting. So I'm just so excited to be here with all of you guys, but I could not believe in this group of leaders more, or the value that we're going to add to the 90 days. So I just want you to if you don't feel that fire right now, turn it up. Let's feel that fire, because I can't wait to celebrate. That's something we talked about. We're so excited to celebrate everything that you guys are going to create and the beautiful people that you're going to bring into your organization as you really find this alignment and go forward. So I don't know who's next. Chelsea? Cameron?
Yeah, I will go ahead and go next. So I am just like Kent. I am so fired up, and we're going to be telling you exactly what the next 90 days are going to look like. We're going to be telling you, all of this stuff on this call, and also recapping celebration. But I just am so pumped to be launching this with other leaders, because guys, this is going to be so simple for you guys. I think every other leader on this call can say that when we've launched 90-day game plans before, it was kind of on us to figure out what we were doing. So I'm so excited for all of you guys. But my story with Isagenix, for those of you who don't know me, I have been involved with Isagenix now for 7 years. For the first 4 of those years, I was just a product user, and not a really good one. I took the products here and there. I had them at college with me. I went to 4 celebrations before I really caught this vision. And so I want any of you on this call who are like, oh my goodness, I've been involved for so long, and this is like my 3rd or 4th 90 game plan, and I haven't launched my business the way that I want to yet. Don't be discouraged, because it isn't when you get into Isagenix, it's when Isagenix gets into you. It truly is. And so it was my 4th celebration. I used to go just to support my parents because they were very successful in the company. And I just saw the why. I finally felt it, and I saw it, and I saw this vision for, at the time I was 22 years old, for living the life of my dreams, for being able to travel the world, for having complete freedom. I did not want to have to take a job. And so starting in my senior year of college, but mostly after I graduated college, I went all in. And what that looked like for me was burning the bridges. I was like, I'm not taking a job after college. I'm moving back home into my parents' basement. I am just going full time. I don't recommend that for everybody, but there is something to be said about burning the bridges. And like, how can you start burning the bridges in your own life of we can't go back, or it's burning the boats. Sorry guys, not burning the bridges, burning the boats. Like there's no possibility of not making this work, because when there's no possibility of not making it work, when your only solution is to make this work, if you want this dream so badly, like if you want this financial freedom for your family that badly, that's the route that you have to take. And so I know that the leaders on this call did that. And so that was for me. I burned my boats and I went all in. And, within my first year, I was making a full-time income enough to move out of my parents' home and get an apartment in Cambridge. And I continued to build my team in Boston. And then after my second year, I was at a point where I was making a full-time income big enough and residualized enough that it wasn't scary for me to be able to let go of my lease and travel the world for the year, which was my biggest dream. So at 24 years old, I ended up moving to San Diego for 2 months. And then I lived in Bali for 5 months with one of our other leaders on this call, Cam. And then I went to Australia, and I went to Hawaii, and I went to Europe. And then I finally found myself now living in Philadelphia. And when you're on this journey with Isagenix, your dream is going to change along the way. Everyone's going to have a different one. Some of you are sitting on this call and can't relate to that at all. You're like, I just want $500 to be able to pay my student loans. Some of you are thinking to yourself, I don't want to travel the world. I have 2 kids at home. I just want to be able to be home with my children. My dreams have changed throughout the way. In the beginning, it was I just didn't want to have a job. Then it was I wanted to travel the world. Now, I'm so passionate about being full-time in my career and just gifting this forward. So my rank right now is a 4-star Golden Circle Crystal Executive. I am so fired up to be leading this 90-day game plan with everybody. And that is my story. And I'm going to pass it off to Linz.
Hey everybody. Oh my gosh, can you feel how fired up we are right now? Like, this momentum is going to be so crazy. I am so excited to be partnering with all these incredible leaders. And if you can't tell, we are all just coming from a place of true service, and we cannot wait to just bring you guys everything you need to have a really successful next 90 days. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lindsay Siegler. I was actually introduced to Isagenix by Mackenzie, who you guys just heard from. She was one of my good friends. And I really just started, we were traveling together at a wedding, and she let me taste a shake. And I thought it was good. I called her up and said, don't sell me on anything. I just want to try it. Next thing you knew, I was trying a 30-day system, and I just felt amazing. My background was in corporate finance, so I have always had super demanding, long days. Stress, energy, and athletic performance were probably my main things I was looking for, and had no intentions of sharing. Well, as a lot of us know, like, once you feel how different it is with Isagenix, a lot of people in my life kind of wanted to know what I was up to, and Mackenzie showed me how easy it was to share. And I think it's really cool that you guys get to hear all of our different stories and timelines. For me, I was a very casual sharer. I had no intentions of this being a real business. I had a full-time career, but I was really comfortable, really allocating 15 minutes to 30 minutes a day to answer questions and check in on people and help people get started. And before I knew it, that really was like the highlight of my day. That's what I look forward to. So I gradually built my business on the side I started the product, so it'll almost be 3 years ago, and I kind of casually started sharing. I did hit executive when I was doing that part-time. My current rank right now is a 2-star Golden Circle Crystal Executive. And I just, at the end of last year, I left my corporate job, and I'm working up now to get back to my 6-figure income that I had in corporate America. For me, it was really truly just, I had long enough that I was sitting there working on someone else's schedule, and I really just didn't feel fulfilled in my career. I knew I was capable of impacting people and just doing so much more, and that really got to me. It was because it wasn't, without money we can't make an impact, so I totally see that, but for me it wasn't about that anymore. It was more about time freedom. That was something I really, really craved, and a lot of my peers and people I talked to, it's that freedom to be able to do what you want with your life. So for me, that was my burning why, to be able to have the freedom and the choice, and just have this vehicle. And I'm a numbers person, so when I really, I went to events and I heard speakers, I saw the integrity of the company, and when I dove into the compensation plan, it was a no-brainer for me. As you can hear the success from everybody on here. So Very, very excited. And honestly, like Chelsea said, it's really more about, it's not about how long you've been in the company, because, you know, when I was casually having conversations, now, I mean, I really escalated that. And the more conversations I have, like, that's just how quickly it goes. The more you talk to people, crunch, and that's why these 90-day action plans, you're just going to see so much growth, because the more comfortable you get doing things, that's truly how you just like go from there. So that's my story. So happy to be here. You'll see a lot from us training on different things. I will pass it off to Cameron.
Yes, thank you so much, Lindsay. So many beautiful stories. Can you agree, you guys? Like, so many different walks of life. There's no cookie cutter type of person that built this business. There's no certain demographics. It's all types of women and men from all over the world creating something so beautiful, from nothing to everything. So just imagine what you can really create here with this kind of support and community. It's truly like no other place. So hi, you guys. My name is Cameron, and you know, my journey began way back, rewind to 2015, when my student loan wouldn't fund my senior year of college. Now, this broke my heart so much, because I really thought I was going to be the first one to get a college degree in my family, that I was going to, you know, go into corporate America and get a really successful job and climb that ladder and have success for myself. And knowing that I couldn't finish school, not by choice, really hurt me. And I put all my worth on getting that degree. So, you know, instead of getting that degree, I focused on getting an internship. So that was my first taste of a 9-to-5 lifestyle. And all I knew when I was 22 years old is this was not for me. I do not want to sit behind a desk and answer phone calls and call people. And it's really weird for me at 22 years old, emails, phone calls, all of that. So I thought, if this is going to be the rest of my life, I want to travel now. So I booked a one-way ticket to Australia, and lo and behold, I was asking for a purpose. I was asking to be put into the path that was going to push me to who I was going to be. You know, I wanted to learn about the world, learn about myself, and just really find what I was passionate about. And the day I got there, you guys, I walked into this new house. I met my roommates online, and I'll never forget an Isagenix box right there on the kitchen counter. So that was my first exposure. Now, I didn't sign up right away. She introduced me to a bunch of other really cool people, one including my now boyfriend, so she introduced me to my boyfriend now. We were best friends for years, but what was really special is she introduced me to a beautiful culture and community called the START movement. And that is a subculture within Isagenix of young, powerful, you know, motivated individuals between the ages of 18 and 35. And for the first time, I felt so belonging, that I could share my voice. I was celebrated and uplifted, that I was supported, and it felt like I truly had a place there. So, you know, I hung out with everybody for 2.5 years. I did not say yes to Isagenix for 2.5 years. So if it might not be the right time for you now, who knows, it could be in the future, because it took me that long, right? I had other aspirations. You know, I was saving up every single penny to go back to school in Australia, which I finally did. I saved up all my money to go back to school there. But, you know, when I was back at school, I was exhausted. I needed money, because I was working myself into the ground. And that's when I finally was open to the opportunity. And it was just perfect timing, because my boyfriend Morgan invited me to be his date to the gala at the Celebration Isagenix event, where I went and I saw this vision of what was possible. I saw average people making above average income, and I thought, well, if they can do it, I can do it. All ages, all walks of life, all demographics, right? And it was just so cool, because seriously, it's just like any profession. If you're open and willing to learn the skills, then of course you're going to do well. The only way to fail at this business is to quit. So in the very, very beginning, I was making extra $200 to $300 a week, which really, really helped me on my student loan debt. It helped me with my phone bill, with my rent, and all of that. And it also helped me in a really hard time in my life where my life got flipped upside down. So, you know, it really, that extra income helped me get out of that space. But after about 8 months of working on my Isagenix business, in just the pockets of my time, just an hour extra I had, and in the car, I would listen to podcasts and learn the training in the car and on walks and at the gym. And then I would apply that 1 hour I had on my business. And after about 8 months, I was making more money with Isagenix than I was full-time working as a bartender day and night. So I was onto something, and I have a huge passion for traveling the world. So that's when I quit my job. Morgan and I moved down to Mexico for 4 months, and we were being the digital nomads. And at 3 years old, that was really cool for me. And then after that, we came back to the States for a little bit and then moved to Bali, Indonesia, and we were living there for the past year and a half. I'm now in Tennessee, so I'm here with a bunch of the team on the ground, helping them rise up and to create epic incomes and epic teams in their market. So it's really fun and exciting, and what drives me every day is helping other individuals find what lights them up. Because, you know, student debt is such a huge epidemic in the States, and I love showing people that there's another way to really create income to take that stress off of shoulders. So, you know, that extra bit of income has now turned to a 6-figure income for me. I'm a 4-star Gold Circle, 2-star Crystal Executive, and I just want all of you to know that you can do this. You know, there's nothing special about me. At one point, I was homeless. I never finished college. I never had the opportunity to finish. So that's a loophole. And I have no actual corporate, you know, experience, just that 4 months of my internship. So if I can do this, you can do this. So next up, we have Sage.
Hi guys, how are you? Oh my gosh, it's so good having everyone here. I'm so excited to really kick off this 90-day game plan with all of you and all these incredible leaders. I'm definitely the newest of all of these leaders here. I'm a manager in Isagenix right now, so really just getting started. I'm so excited to be able to support you guys and for this next 90 days together. So my Isagenix journey started about a year ago when I was introduced to Isagenix by Ellen Bradley Gannis, and she was a yogi at the yoga studio that I used to work at. And she really just helped me see what this industry can look like when it's done right. So at the time I was 22, I was working full-time as the marketing manager for a yoga studio. And similarly to a lot of the other leaders on this call, I was just feeling so confused. I had just gotten out of college and I had been there for about a year, and I was just so unimpressed by my personal experience in corporate America and surprised that that was kind of the expectation, that you graduate and then you flow into that. And I think for a lot of people, it works so well, but I just felt in my heart, it was so not for me to be at a desk all day, to be inside, to be emailing for 8 hours a day. It just felt really inauthentic to who I was and to what I wanted to create and what I wanted to be doing. So my background is as a personal trainer. As many of you probably know, that means I was really skeptical about the products. And I really just started slowly. I tried the products after researching for a long time and really getting confident on the quality, the nutrients, and what they're all about. And it kind of took off from there. I just felt incredible, as I'm sure many of you know all about. And from there, my friends wanted to try it. My family wanted to try it. It really just started spiraling, but I was still full-time in my job and it was really demanding. So I actually was able to leave my corporate job at the end of January this year, which I'm so excited about. And I feel like I'm really just getting the space and the freedom for the first time to be able to run with my Isagenix business, which I'm so excited about. And the biggest thing I've heard from so many leaders is just the power of focused time and focus time consistently to build your business. So I think over the next 90 days, we have so much planned for you guys. It's going to be incredible. And we're going to chat through that next. But I think the biggest thing I would recommend, and my biggest focus right now, is really just setting goals and planning on being consistent for 90 days. So what that means is right now looking at what are these next 90 days going to look like, but what am I really committing to, and what's going to have to shift in my life to make that happen. So I already know certain things are going to have to change if I'm going to want to show up over these next 90 days and I'm going to want to hit the goals that I really am committing to. So I would just have you guys ask yourself that question. What are you willing to shift? What's worth it for the next 90 days to hit the goals you want to hit? And I'm just so excited to be here with all of you. I think the START community for me is really a space where people can create whatever it is that they want to create and that they feel most passionate about. So right now in my business, I just feel so excited about having something that I can offer to people who are ready for their health or who have a bigger vision and who want to share this with others and really want to make a second income or create a full-time income. So I will pass it back over to Chelsea, I think is kicking it off next, and going to chat us through a little bit about what these 90 days are going to look like.
I think before we get into that, we're going to do some takeaways. So Kent,
right. Sorry.
Want to do some takeaways from some of your girls, and each of us are going to kind of call on some of you guys who have been at Celebration and we're experiencing some huge breakthroughs, and some of you on this call were not at Celebration. So get a pen and pencil out at this point, because we're going to go through some really epic things that went on. Kenz, do you want to kick us off with that?
Yeah, so I love hearing everybody's stories. I think the most powerful thing we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to be continuing to share stories throughout the 90 days from so many walks of life, a lot of older leaders in the company. And I just think it's so cool, because I think sometimes it just takes hearing that one story, like Cam's story of student debt. That was my story too, but I love that she shared that. I put that down in the chat box. So just know that we have so many more stories, that we'll be sharing. But I think what gets me so excited is knowing that you all will be developing and sharing your story. And I can't wait at the end of the 90 days. I'm just sitting here taking notes like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear all of your stories. So I'm just so excited. Wanted to do a few takeaways, and I'm going to have all the leaders call on some, a few people, one or two people that on your team that are on the call. I think as a leader, hearing from so many women and men on my team that almost did not come to Celebration, whether they just felt like they weren't sure if Isagenix was for them as far as the business. They were kind of nervous or anxious about going, or just were, love the product. We have so many people on our team that came this year, and I'm proud of our leaders for getting that many people here that love Isagenix, but just were pretty unsure about the business. So I think that's so powerful to hear, especially because I'm all empowering you guys leaders right now that we're already building towards New Year's kickoff, right? And we know the power of events, but how many people are sitting in your lives right now or in your downline or in that Facebook page that need that invitation or that belief? So I think it's gonna be so powerful to hear. So Alex, are you on the line? Actually, I did see you. So can you come out really quick and just share your big takeaways?
Yeah. Hi.
60 seconds.
Yeah.
Hi.
I am Alex. I'm from Denver. I got started with Isagenix maybe in June, and then realized I was telling everybody about them, but not doing anything about it. And I was like, wait, they'll pay me. So I joined in and then decided to go to Celebration kind of on a whim. I had no idea what to expect. I dragged my husband, so I was like, I'm going with a whole bunch of people I don't know. I need you to be there. And it literally blew my mind. I was standing in the audience watching Lauren Sims talk and legit ugly crying, because I couldn't believe that Isagenix has the power to kind of do that for people. So for me, it was my big takeaway, I guess, was kind of seeing the impact that the products have on people's lives, and knowing that we're sharing something that's impactful and helpful, not just something that's trying to make us money.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then really quick, can you share, had you ever thought about, actually, you and I had a very private conversation that you were the person that would kind of sit on social media and see friends in network marketing, and you're like, oh my gosh. And I think that's powerful for all of us to hear, because we're going to talk about fear in the next 90 days, or fear of judgment. And I thought it was so cool that Alex connected with an amazing woman on our team, and you watched her for 2 years?
Yeah, I watched Riley Whitting for 2 years. I almost reached out a year ago, and then I chickened out because I was like, network marketing is not for me and I have no interest in it. And then one day I woke up and I was like, I feel awful. I have no energy, and I guess maybe this is for me, and I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah, and Alex's heart is on fire now. So just it makes all of us smile, right? Because all of our stories are so different. I jumped in this because I needed it right away, but most people, it's you're the power of staying consistent for you. So I think something that I said to people too, after they said on stage, you leave the safety of the Isagenix bubble, right? We can all relate to that. It's you go out into the real world. How many conversations did you guys start after Nashville, right? And how many follow-ups are you going to be doing today and tomorrow? The power of staying consistent, because you have beautiful women like this and Cameron that are sitting and watching, and it just needs to be the right time for them. It's not about us. So Alex is about to build a really big, beautiful business. I'm really excited and proud of her that she came. And then Taylor Perkins, can you come share your biggest takeaway?
Sorry, I'm not on video right now because I'm actually working at the bar right now. So don't.
You are?
Yeah.
That's her why, you guys. We're going to get her out of her bartending job.
I'm just sitting here by
quickly,
myself.
I think you're amazing. Can you just share quickly?
Yeah. So my biggest takeaway, I was just so moved by so many people. I was so emotionally touched. And I feel like since I've been back, everyone has just been talking to me about, just being there and why did you go there and what was it about. So that's awesome too. But as far as takeaways go, I just think the community itself is amazing. And I knew how amazing it was, but when I went there and saw everyone pouring into each other and believing in each other and each other's dreams and lifting each other up, that in itself was just absolutely amazing, and made me want to reach my goals, because I feel like I have people around me who are you know, ready to reach theirs. So it was just such a positive experience. I learned so much.
That's amazing. And Taylor was one of the first people I ever met at college, you guys. And she watched me in my journey for about 3 years. And I had never done cold prospecting before, but you need to honor the nudge. And when you're coming from a place of service, so I knew that Taylor had a lot of student debt because we shared that same story. And she was always my biggest encourager. And after I got this call, we're going to kind of share the qualifications getting into the Facebook group. We're going to share lots of valuable templates and reach out messages and whatnot. But I sent a message to Taylor after I posted about paying off my student debt with Isagenix, and she just wrote the most encouraging message. And I reached back out to her and just, you know, told her, I said, would you be willing to reopen the conversation about Isagenix? Like, I really believe in you and your heart in this, but also like what this income could do for your student debt. So Taylor and I got to see each other in Nashville for the first time after 5 years, and combined we've lost 40 pounds. So really special. So just kind of planting that in your seed again, or that seed in your head, you guys, again, about as you come out into these 90 days and you're bold and you're consistent, the massive impact you're going to have by sharing your story and being bold about Isagenix. So Tay, thank you. And then any other leader that wants to call on people, I'll just pass it off maybe back to Erica.
Yeah, I would love to come on here. And first off, you guys, if you are new on this call, I just want to acknowledge you for getting on here and being open for really seeing what this could be for you. And if you aren't familiar with what Isagenix is, it's a beautiful health and wellness company. And our vision is to become the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. And integrity is our highest value. So just wanted to share that because it is such a beautiful thing that we have here. So I really wanted to call on this beautiful person who is brand new to our team. And she's been in network marketing before, and she wasn't sure if network marketing was going to be, you know, something that she wanted to pursue again. But I said, you know what, just come to this event, see what it's like for you. So Cecily Brown, if you are on this call, I would absolutely love if you could share your takeaways from this past weekend.
Hey, I didn't know I was going to be sharing. So basically, I was in a network marketing company before, and I was all in, and I went to an event, and I was really excited about it. I was promised all these things, and it just kind of fell apart, and they kind of left us behind. This past weekend was life-changing for me. I made so many friends. I got such a close community. Everyone, people I had never met before were like, I believe in you. I believe in your dreams. I want you to succeed, and I'll be there for you if you need help. Here's my phone number. Here's my name. Like, reach out to me if you need anything. And I was so blown away. I was almost in tears by the time the whole thing was over, because I was like, these people don't even know me. They don't know my story. They believe in me so much. And then we sat around in a circle on the last day, and I literally started bringing tears to my eyes because I was like, I cannot believe what an opportunity this is. I've been searching for this for so long, and I am so thankful to be here. So that's pretty much it for me.
Oh, so amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Chelsea?
Yeah, I'll go next. I am going to call out Liz Lima, if you could unmute yourself. So Liz has been with me since the very beginning for 4 years, and she had a massive start in the beginning and then had life get in the way, as a lot of us do. And I wanted to have her share from somebody who's been going to events for a long time and still can take out something huge from it each time. So Liz, if you'd share what your biggest takeaway was. Are you still there, Liz? She might have dropped off. She has two little kids at home. We can go to the next.
She's
okay.
there, Chelsea.
Yep. Can you hear me?
There we go. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, the thing is that you may not be ready internally, right? Your mind may not be there. You feel like you're ready, right? But then something gets in the way. Something stops you. You hesitate in sharing. And it may be one event, it may be 10 events. So I have been on this journey with Chelsea for a long time, and I did run really fast in the beginning, and then life got in the way, but I still didn't have the massive breakthrough that I did at this celebration. And I can't tell you what exactly it was. It really was just showing up. And I think it was being authentic and saying, I think I'm ready. And that's when it just happened. So everyone is different. I mean, when I tell you I've been to every event, I've been to every event. Like, I've been to UIAs, I've been to ICUs, I've been to celebrations, I've been to NYKOs.
I've been to Super Saturdays. I've been to, like, we had our own meet and greets at our house, right? I've done it all. But I think at this event, it was more of the, I am the leader, that I can go and speak to my colleagues now, because I did help a lot of people just with products and they did really, really well. But now I'm looking for women to lock arms with and run with me to build this business.
Yeah. And just to give her a little shout out, we just found out that she had actually cumulatively earned $60K so far with Isagenix. So we're just turning that into 6 figures next year. All right, I'll pass it off to the next leader to call on. Maybe Linz, if you have someone.
I actually wanted to call on, I spy another amazing leader in our company, a Team Isagenix teammate, Katie Hill. If you wouldn't mind just popping on, I would love for you to share a couple of your takeaways.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lindsay. Y'all, I just cannot tell you how happy I am to be on this call with you guys. There's just nothing about women getting together and doing this. I actually saw Lindsay post that that their team was gonna do this. I said, girl, are y'all opening this to everybody? Cause like, I need this. And so my team's on here too. And I'm just so grateful. This event was huge for me because, and again, I've been in Isagenix for a little over 4 years now. And I've brought 1 or 2 people with me to events, but this event was different. Like, I was able to bring 3 girls with me that are just really ready to go. Some of them are kind of in that same boat, Liz, where you were saying you kind of like started and life got in the way. Some of them were there and now they're like ready to run. And so for me, it's all about like, I am the leader. I don't need to always rely on somebody above me to like kick this off and go. I don't need to keep waiting on that. I just need to go myself and lead the people that want to be led and want to do this, because not everybody does, and that's okay. Not everybody's ready, but the people that are, it's so important that we do get together, have a plan of action and just run. And so that's why this is so powerful for me. But, my big takeaways were really just go. You be that leader that you are, and run hard, run with those people who want it. And then always share the income opportunity, no matter what you think about someone, whether you think they need it or whether you think they don't, share the opportunity, because everybody can use it. It's just a matter of whether they want to. And if they don't know it's there, then they don't know. So I love that. That was my biggest one. So thanks for asking, Lindsay.
Yay. Did we have anyone else that people wanted to call on?
Erica, did you have a team?
Yes. I am just loving all of this. First off, you guys, I'm fired up. Like, I'm getting more and more excited and can't wait for us to keep this going. But I'm going to call on Shayla. Shayla, if you can unmute. This is her first celebration, and I would love for her to share her takeaway.
Yes, it's my first celebration. I was so excited. I've been kind of like tiptoeing in the business, but now I just really wanted to get to the event and experience the event. And now that I have, it's like all in, like definitely feel it after celebration. But my takeaway is I was just like really blown away by the community. Again, like what Liz was saying about being vulnerable and like getting real. No other company really pours into its people as much as Isagenix is. And like that was just very, very apparent with everyone on stage just talking about how much they're pouring into this company and like pouring into themselves, just becoming a better human. And I love that. Like, what's the best thing that can happen? Like, that was a big takeaway from celebration. Just like, what's the best that can happen? Like, do everything you can, share with anybody you can, because you don't know what they're going through and you don't know what everyone else is thinking. Like, just think of the best thing that can happen. But really just like getting real and getting vulnerable and like being authentic. I love like how Cam was saying, like this company, like the integrity of it is just everything. And I really got that from celebration, and I was kind of missing that because I wasn't really sure. I was kind of skeptical like everyone else. But definitely getting that from celebration has changed a lot. And now it feels like all in, ready to roll. Like, let's do this.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Shay.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you to run.
so excited to be doing this.
So Chels, are you up?
Yeah, I'm going to take it from here, and I'm going to get into the nitty gritty and the good stuff. We're going to talk about what is going to happen in the next 90 days. So I want you guys to get fired up. And I have my note sheet in front of me just because I don't want to miss anything, because the 6 of us as leaders, we really put our heads together, and we've been on Zoom calls all weekend. We met up in person after the event. We were like, how can we serve these teams to make sure that they have to get out of their comfort zones, that they have to be in action, and that they have to have results at the end of this? Because it is so easy to leave an event and to be super fired up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and then to go back to work, and then you tell 1 or 2 people, and you get a no, and then you get busy, and you forget about that feeling that you had. So we are going to make this one of the best 90-day game plans that have ever happened. And we're going to do that by being extremely action-oriented, by holding you guys accountable, and by having massive amount of opportunities for you to share and good training. So first and foremost, how do you qualify to be part of the 90-day game plan? Yes, I said qualify. And I said that because in past, you might have been a part of a 90-day game plan that you were just allowed in, but we are not just allowing anybody into this 90-day game plan. So when we were kind of brainstorming how we wanted to do this, we thought to ourselves, you know what, we don't want to just jumpstart right into the 90-day game plan. We actually want to give everybody a week, 1 full week, to find 1 other person to run with. 1 other person that wants to do this 90-day game plan with you. Because the difference in your business, if you were to run by yourself, because so many of you guys who are on this call right now, you're brand new, you're just here by yourself. And that's totally okay. Like this is the perfect place for you to be. Your business will be exponentially bigger by 2 if you have 1 person running with you or 2 people running with you. So instead of just jumping into it, our first week of our game plan is going to be casting the vision of having people join us for the 90-day game plan. So our actual launch will actually be next Sunday, and that's when we'll start the training. So this was our launch call. Next Sunday, we'll start the training, and then we'll be going into that. But what you can expect from us is that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there is going to be a 20-minute opportunity call sharing with everybody why this rocket ship of a 90-day game plan, which is called RISE, that is the name of our 90-day game plan, is going to be kicking off. And we wanted to give you guys all the opportunity to get 1 more person, 2 more people on board with you. Because when you build this business alone, you only go so far. When you build it with 1 or 2 other people with you, you can go exponentially further. So Monday through Thursday, that's going to look like at 9 p.m. EST. So 6 p.m. if you are on West time, and you guys can kind of figure out your time zones from there, because I'm not going to attempt to do that. And then on Friday and Saturday, that's going to be a noon call. So we'll make sure that you guys have the information. We'll give you a shareable so that you know exactly what time these are, and you'll have a shareable to share with your teams and on your social media. But that's what this first week kickoff is going to be. Now, to qualify to be in the 90-day game plan, we have a Facebook page that's set up and ready to invite you into. You have to do 2 things. 1, you have to enroll a person. So you will not be allowed into the 90-day game plan if you have not enrolled 1 person and or bought your ticket to UIA. So if it comes Sunday night and you could not get that 1 person, and enrolling 1 person is not the most difficult thing in the world, because you are on fire right now. You're going to be having so many conversations. We have all of these opportunities for you. But let's say it just doesn't happen. We wanted to give you a second way to do that, and that is to purchase a ticket to UIA, University in Action. That's happening in October. That is one of our best events, and we are driving events home for you guys, because as you just heard from all these amazing leaders, events are what make your business go. So you'll have to do one of those, and you will also have to fill out your goals for the 90-day game plan. So we're going to have Linz go over how to pick your goals and how to, write them out. But when you join the Facebook page, which I'm going to drop the link in here so that you guys can request to join, it will ask you, what is your goal for the 90-day game plan? So we are giving you action items. We're not going to drag anyone with us during the 90 days. You either want it or you don't. So we're going to be giving you action items every single week. And if you don't participate, you will not be allowed to participate. So that's the first thing. Enroll one person and or buy your ticket to UIA. And the second thing is to fill out what your goals are for the 90-day game plan. And we will be accepting you into the Facebook page. And that Facebook page is going to have all of our content in there. It's going to have wording in there. It's going to have our shareables for Instagram in there. It's going to have everything that you're going to want to participate in and all of our calls. So then what is our week's going to look like? After this first week, we launch the 90-day game plan with everybody. We are going to have every Sunday night at 9 p.m. EST, do the conversion for wherever you live. We will be having a training call. And these training calls are going to have topics like how to share your story, how to use social media, how to posture yourself to invite people to events, all of the basics that you need in order to be massively successful. And we are also going to have some incredible guest speakers. And we've talked about people maybe like Kathy Coover, maybe like Susan Miller, my mom, maybe like Erica Elo's mom, who is also amazing. So we have some really high income earners who are offering their services to us to come in and train. You're not going to want to miss that. Those calls are going to be recorded. So if you miss them, you can still get access to them. But you will not be allowed on that call for that week unless you have done the homework for the week before. And that syllabus is going to be in the Facebook page when you get in there. Also, we let it slide for today because we knew we hadn't told you guys this, but if your face is not visible, you will be kicked off the calls. We want to really drive home that this is about a community and this is about being all in. It's about showing up. There's no hiding behind a black screen. So we're going to have you, have a homework assignment to get in, and we're also going to have you making sure that your face is visible for us. Those calls will be available through a YouTube channel because we want to be able to share it with leaders as we bring them in. But our Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday call, and yes, we're going to have 3 opportunity calls for you every single week. They will not be recorded. And the reason for that is posturing, because you guys, you should be on these calls or you should be getting people on these calls. We don't expect you guys to be on 4 calls a week. We understand you have lives and jobs and kids. What we do expect you to do is to always have a prospect on one of those calls. That is the power of leverage. We as leaders are giving our time to you, we're getting on these calls 4 times a week so that you always have something to get your prospects onto. So Monday night is going to be an elite guest speaker who's going to be sharing the vision. They're going to basically come in and share their story. This is going to be a great call to invite guests into to cast the vision of what this product can do for you financially. The second one on Tuesdays is going to be a business overview. So this is going to be the nitty gritty 100 BV to be set free, how we build a residual leverage business presentation with slides every Tuesday. And then on Wednesdays, we're going to be doing a product overview that's going to be a general overview for the first 10 minutes, and then we'll have a special guest who will share. Maybe it'll be a nurse one week, maybe it'll be an athlete, maybe it will be a mother. So we are going to really drive home. The point of this is 3 times the amount of action to 1 time the amount of training. We are not going to be education on ice. We are going to be ignorance on fire, and we're going to go, 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 go. So let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. During the 90-day game plan, we've also talked about doing a fall back into health challenge. So we're going to be giving you guys opportunities to enroll into that. We're going to be doing different types of things that you can win throughout the challenge group. Tons of content and different blitzes, social media blitzes, product blitzes. It's going to be so much fun, but I'm going to close with this topic, and then I'm going to hand it off to Linz to talk about goal setting. The whole 90 days is going to also be an ISA Derby within our 4 teams. And what we really wanted to do is we wanted to provide so much value to you guys. So we have come together as a team to, as one team mentality, that after NYKO, we are going to tack on a day in Sedona. And for those of you who rank advance, either 1 star, like not 2 1-star, but like if you're already a 1-star, you go to 2-star. If you're a 2-star, you go to 3-star. Or if you become an executive, so either or both, you will be qualified for a top secret retreat in Sedona that will be tacked on to NYKO. It is going to be something that is going to be unbelievable. There's going to be so many top leaders. I mean, you have all 6 of us as leaders, plus anybody who's rank advancing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be community driven. And I'm not going to tell you much more about it because I just want you guys to get fired up about it. So that is what this 90 game plan has in store for you. Massive training, massive action. If you commit to this. And if you opt in and you get yourself into this program, you're going to have no other option but to be successful by the end of these 90 days. It truly, like, if you follow through with everything that we're having you do, or setting it up, it's kind of like 1, 2, 3, kick the ball here. You will have to have success. And that is going into, I want you guys to really picture yourself 90 days from now, and then Lindsay's going to take over the goal setting. Like, this is going into the holiday season. It might feel like that's far away now because it's August, but the 90-day game plan ends the week before Thanksgiving. Where are you going to be the week before Thanksgiving? What are you going to be doing? Like, this is when we go into the holiday season. People slow down for the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then we'll have, NYKO and another launch after that. But truly, one thing that my mom always taught me was that whatever you do in this season will pay you in next season. So 2020, what do you want to get paid will be based on the effort you do now. So you want to be in this 90-day game plan. You don't want to wait till next time. So I'm going to pass off to Linz for her to go through your goal setting.
Looks like we have a shared screen on here.
Don't know what that is.
Austin started sharing his phone. So I get rid of that.
I don't know. Kens, do you have any idea?
I don't know if I can take back control because it's not.
I'm going to pin you. Hi. Does everyone see Linz? I see Linz.
Yeah, we're just trying to get rid of this shared screen. Can everyone see that? Or is it just me and Lindsay that sees that?
Oh, I see someone's lock screen, someone else's screen. Am I the only one?
No, I see it too, but everyone might not be on mode. So why don't you just keep going and we'll see if we can get rid of it.
Okay, amazing. So everything that Chelsea is saying, we're really just laying this out so that we reach our goals, right? So part of that is, just the numbers behind. When you physically take the time to write down what your goals are, you are so much more likely to achieve them. So by us asking you guys to put in your goals whenever you're entering the Facebook group, that's just because we want you to reach your goals. Everything we're doing, having qualifying conversations and all of this, it's because we want you guys to reach your goals and we want to help support. And as so many of us know, you can sit and listen to all the trainings, but if you don't get into messy action, nothing's going to come from that. And, I have set goals through a lot of things in my life, and I've always been taught to make SMART goals and, SMART to be, what am I writing this down? Specific, measurable, attainable, and time sensitive. So Isagenix does this for us. I'm going to shoot this link down here. If you are not at Celebration and you don't have this Life Success Plan, the 90-day plan, I'm going to put the link down here. And you guys should really be going through this because it has a lot of information that's really, really valuable, which we won't go through right now. But if you go to page 33, there's a goal setting page, and it walks you through, what do you want to achieve in the next 90 days and why? What is your current rank and what do you want to be at the end of this? And, just writing that down and also sharing with someone, find an accountability partner. That's why when we say grab someone to do it with you, the same way we know that whenever someone gets started on the products and grabs accountability partners, setting business goals is very similar. And even as leaders, we're really, really enjoying being able to, up-level each other. So finding that one person, share your goals with, hold each other accountable. Your sponsor, your upline, whoever's in here with you, share your goals with them. And then actually, once you have the big goals of where you want to be, our purpose in having these calls scheduled the way they are is that we can break it down into manageable chunks. I always tell people, I'm a marathon runner, so I think about things in that terms. And I don't go sit here and say, I want to run a 3:14 marathon. I want to go to Boston. And then you don't start there. Like everyone says, I couldn't do that. No, you start. And then every single week, you just add a little bit more, and it's the power of consistency. And this business is completely the same. Consistency compounds, daily action compounds. Having conversations every single day and writing down and tracking your weekly goals is super, super powerful. So there's also a little thing that says, what is the average consultant, manager, director, executive? How many people are they enrolling a week? And you can write all this down. So I would say hold yourself accountable to it, and then have that as part of the Facebook group. And just know that we're so excited to help you reach your goals. So setting these, and dream big, don't set a goal you're going to hit. Dream big, go higher. If you're sitting here saying, I couldn't do that, absolutely. When you really hear the people in this business who their very first day, they write a check out to themselves for $1 million, a lot of people would say that's crazy. Well, we know a lot of people who have made that happen. And if you will never make it happen if you don't even let yourself dream and set those goals and then get to work to achieve it. So I'm going to pass it off to Cam.
Boom, mic drop, Lindsay. So good, but it's also so true. Anyone can do this business. And I know some of you are probably thinking, well, I can't. And trust me, I started this business with not knowing what to do. I had no skill, no previous background, didn't know how to talk to somebody. In fact, I was so closed off and I was the most antisocial person ever. But I knew I wanted this and I knew I wanted more for my future. And if not this, then what? What is my plan to get out of debt? And instead of paying it my entire life, what is your plan to have a better future? What is your plan to have a safety net? Because Social Security is set to run out and predicted to run out by 2032. I don't know about you, but I've been paying into that since I was 15 years old. And knowing that security isn't going to be there when I'm in my 30s is kind of scary. So what is your plan, right? And for all the new people on here, just know that this is something so special because this kind of collaboration is unheard of. In network marketing, we have something so lucrative, so special in terms of a plan, a system, and the strong, convicted leadership here to lead everyone from point A to Z. And we're here to guide you through that, all linking arms together, having a supportive community, one another to really lift each other up. So you're not in this alone. And I know so many people start network marketing business, we're just thrown into the deep end and they're like, okay, go. Right? But here you actually have the steps, the systems, the tools, the leadership, all of it in place for you to really go somewhere and have success. And just think about what could change in the next 90 days because so much can. What would you be able to buy? What would you be able to pay off? Will that take stress off of your shoulders? Now, everyone on this call right now, if you're brand new, you're the first ones to hear this message, which is so exciting. That's the great news. You guys are the first ones to hear this, meaning that you're at the top of this rocket ship. You're in the rocket ship first. Now, the not so great news is we're running these all throughout the week, meaning you could be the ones to begin now, the ones ahead of the game, the one working on your dreams and your goals now, your ambitions now, or you could be below the 77 other people that come in throughout the week on the next call and the next call and the next call, because women want this. Women need something just like this, community, culture, and we have the power to create something so beautiful in terms of income, culture, community, and a massive impact physically and financially. So I invite you, if you're on this call and you're brand new, get started on something. All these products are so beautiful. Meet the need of what your health goals are now. Get back to the person who invited you on here and start to learn what the company is, what Isagenix is, and plug in. If you plug in every day, you're bound to have success. And we all want that for you. We want to cheer you on. We want to see you win. We all want to win together. And just like our group is set to be named, Rise. Rise together. We'll all rise together. So that's all I have to say.
Yay. All right. So the link to the Facebook page is in the chat, guys. So you can go ahead and start requesting it. And you don't have to, it's going to ask you what your goals are, but I challenge you to take some time before you answer that and really think about it and set because these are going to be your goals that we're going to hold you accountable to for the next 90 days. But other than that, I think we are all good. Any other leaders have anything to say? All right. Well, thank you everyone for being on. We really appreciate your time and we can't wait to get started starting tomorrow, 9 p.m. See you guys there.